Where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house, contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello.
Hello, Yeti Nation.
What's up, Greg Beecher? Hello, Yeti Nation. What's up, everybody? Happy number 8 to you. It is the 8th, right?
Yes, today is the 8th.
Happy 8th. Happy Monday the 8th. It's a great day in central New York, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, wow, this weekend was amazing. The box lacrosse games. Did you get a chance to watch all that Albany game, or did you watch part of it? Because that was nuts.
Part of it. Mother, I took a nap because I fall asleep when I sit down. But yeah, I got some highlights that I've been watching. Bandits game, I'm still watching it because there's some good stuff that I enjoyed watching that. As you can see right up there, they are all the champions. We got the banner raised up in the room here. I got a new
It's
little
not
room.
how you start the year; it's how you end the year. The Mammoth have proved that. They have had terrible starts the last 2 times, and they've made it all the way to the finals. So and last year we beat the Bandits in the first game, or the Firewolves beat the Bandits in the first game. So I don't. Yes, I am super excited that they've got a hot start. I'm interested to see how they're going to do with everybody having film on them now. I mean, now is where you'll really see, guys have film. They come in. It's going to be interesting. I think it's I don't know. It's definitely going to be a test. I'll say that.
Absolutely. Season is on. Everybody knows, like you just said, everybody's got views of everybody, and what a hit. Sorry about that. As far as games are on, everybody's got their cues.
Yeah, and I mean, I expected the game to start like this. The Thunderbirds, I thought for sure they would come out hot. They've got a very seasoned team. I wasn't surprised that they came out and got 2 goals, but there was a lot of good things there. And you see Kaschuk, he had an amazing game, and that's just him knowing, like, not to push the transition there. He does a great job all night, really. But it definitely, here's Tyson Bell. He puts him in a guillotine, and you see he's going to take him down. And then they decide, yeah, he gets a little carried away, but that's not the last of that. We'll see those guys go back and forth a couple more times throughout the game. It's a very chippy game. These teams are very passionate. I mean, look at that swim move.
What a
right
move.
there.
What a move that was. Fabulous move.
Yeah.
Walker, man. He's definitely leading by example.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. And here they're talking to Coach Clark, and kudos to her for asking about the pace of the game. And he even says here, he's like, no, we want to push the pace of the game. That's what we do. So, and you could see it. They're very athletic.
47 shots.
Yeah.
As far as, they had their shots. They got up and down. I was surprised by the face-off concept. Big discrepancy as far as Nardella didn't have the biggest of nights at the ring.
No, but he came up big when he needed to, and we've got clips of that. And he played defense enough to make up for it. But yeah, no, I definitely know he did not win as many, but A beautiful save there. And then, I mean, Dougie made all the right saves. I mean, there might have been a couple he wanted back, but he played great.
He was on fire.
Yeah. I mean, like that one there, he might have wanted back, but really, that guy's got a full head of steam. You're stuck between, do I step out and play him? How do I do it? I don't, it is what it is. He made some saves to definitely make up for it. But right there, just another boom. And I tell you, Grennan, Josh called this. Grennan is so much fun to watch. He plays with a ton of emotion. He gets a little carried away here a couple times, gets himself some penalty. But yeah, it's definitely something, but I loved it. Right in front of us,
He helps out
buried it.
that left. He's on the left side, just taking care of business.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he is definitely a lot of off ball movement. You see, like the Firewolves, most of their goals, they're moving all over the place. They never stop.
That's the number one thing. You can't stop.
No, and look at Travis Longboat right here. He just takes it all the way around, beats everybody, and doing a great job up there. He keeps the defender far enough away so when he comes in, he's able to jump. Yeah, beautiful. How awesome has he been this year since he came to Albany?
Huge, huge. He's an added element. Got that right hand laser.
Yeah,
In youth, what you just said with coach. Coach said that, you want to know what? We want to run. We want to run and gun and get up and down the field. Obviously, going in 5 games in, they're showing everybody that they can get up and down. They got the goalie to make the key stops. Dougie's doing a fabulous job. And as far as Longboat, he was the T-dog this week. As far as
yeah, he was
he
on
got it
fire.
done.
Yeah, he was playing phenomenal. But here, I do not understand this call for the life of me. Unless Grennan did something beforehand, but he gets tackled down to the ground, does nothing other than push his arm up like that. And they called them both. I did not really agree with this call, but it is what it is. In the heat of the moments, maybe the ref saw or heard something that they thought justified it, but I don't know.
4-on-4 it went.
Yeah, but they
That
picked up a lot of rebounds. Albany on
that
offense, they picked up a bunch of rebounds.
That was a cool thing with you getting down into the presser room and you got your conference, your questions asked. That was one of them. I believe that was asked inside the post game was, and I think it was Dougie that had mentioned it. The amount of rebounds you guys got, or that Albany got, was phenomenal.
Yeah. No, it was
You
huge.
know,
I mean,
you're taking 2 minutes off the clock. That's a huge number right there.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, Grennan is so much fun to watch. But you this call right here, I'm not quite sure. I mean, he boarded them. I don't know if it really. He didn't get a run at
Turned
him. He
his
was
back.
smushed
Kind of
against it. He
turned
just
his
kind of
back.
smushed him. Yeah, and stopped him. He was on the defensive side. It wasn't like he was right behind him. But whatever, they call this one. And other than this, I tell you, Byrne had a great game. He was on fire. Me and Stamp talked about him, and we're gonna play his clip in a little bit. But yeah, we talked about him, and I thought he was phenomenal. Austin Shanks, he is so good, and he's young, and I love watching him. But he gets into the middle, beats Dougie on that one. He runs all the way across, and it's like Coach Tony says all the time. You can't let him in the middle. That's where they had the best angle.
That's where they all come from. They got the left side. They got the right side when you're in the middle.
Yeah. And here's Dougie coming up huge. And this is, Tarafanko. He's a good player. And then he comes
Very
up
good.
big again. It's, very similar, but it's Colton Armstrong this time. And he stuffs him again. So 2 huge saves. Dougie makes the right saves, it seems like. Because right now, Halifax is leading. That could have been a big momentum change. He comes up with another one, and they come back down onto the offensive side of the floor. But Kaschuk, right here, this is his first goal. And you see him turn back a couple times, but right there he decides to step across and shoot. And again, all the way across the middle, feels like he's got a good shot. You know, it, you got to, whenever it works, everybody loves it. The problem is if it doesn't work, everybody's going to say, why'd you run down in transition and take that? But this was huge. In Nardella right now, boom, go ahead goal. That's what I mean is he wins the right face-offs. Yeah,
The right one.
the discrepancy might have been there, but I mean, he wins the ones he needs to.
Put the boys up on top. That is a good feature.
Yeah. Oh, I clicked ahead a little bit. Sorry, guys. So we're going to watch Dougie's 2 saves again. And bingo. Here comes Kaschuk. Scores. Nardella comes down. We're going to watch him. And he wins that one. And you'll see in the momentum, for the most part, he does a pretty good job of winning the ones he needs to win. Yeah, Albany was pretty good. I was impressed with what they had for. Yeah, there's the main man, Polly Walnuts.
Paulie Walnuts, and he's got was the crowd rocking down in his section?
His crowd was rocking down in his section. The camera doesn't do it justice with where they're looking. A lot of the fans like sitting on the other side and watching the bench. I don't blame them. But right there, Colton Watkinson, this is why he's the captain. He unselfishly dishes it back, just stands in the way, doesn't get a moving pick or anything, gets in the way, and Kaschuk 2 goals. And right now, Albany is on a tear, and it really made a huge, momentum switch. And this is where you wanted everybody to run. And I see we got Owen in the chats now, and look at that play, though. Oh, my goodness.
Just wide open.
Yeah.
Leaping across.
Yeah, and I tell you, Longboat, Paulus to Longboat, you can tell that they're cousins and that they're dominant. They've played together for a long time.
They know how to finish. Yes.
Yeah. And Hill, Warren Hill came up pretty big. This is not the only big save, but right now, this is such a huge save for Halifax. The game right now, all of a sudden, this would be Albany getting another goal. Now it's a 4-goal lead, but Hill did come up pretty big on that one.
Well, he had 55 shots on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Albany got the ball up and down the field. He made saves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to watch this play. So this play happens in less than a second. So Shanks is going across the top. He's going to dish it over to Jameson. Cody Jameson's right on the high slot on the far side, and he's going to give it to Benesh. Benesh comes out here, sets the pick. Boom. And that's less than a second from when Shanks, it's in his stick, to it's in the back of the net. It's crazy.
It's the fastest game on 2 feet.
Yeah,
what it is.
Boom. Boom. It was a minute, so in 1.3 seconds. So it was less than
what
a
touch pass.
Wow.
What a touch pass.
Yeah, Cody Jameson.
You say, and I'm glad you said that right there. Cody Jameson, 0 goals. 0 goals. 1 shot. He had 1 shot. I went through the stats because I'm looking at, that we was talking about Cody last week. Is it a slowing down, changing of the guard? And I again, when you got a general on the floor like that, a .0002, what a touch pass. You got to get the guy on the floor for those particular reasons right there.
Oh, absolutely. No, what he makes up for, he might not be the goal scorer he was, but he is a leader out there emotionally, physically. He does a great job. And he's not an easy out for anybody by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. He's still got it.
Oh, yeah. This play right here is beautiful, though. The defense for Albany does such a good job. Boom. Coming back, they cover the slide.
Defense is huge. Greg, these guys are playing great D all the way around. Look at that. Doubles there. Turned them back in. Ball's on the ground.
Yeah. No, Mike Byrne was on both of those 2 last plays. He had a phenomenal game. Here they soak it up. Ball goes into the corner.
There's a soaker. Colton feels like he's felt that one.
Yeah. Absolutely. But the Albany's transition, I'm surprised at how well they are. But here we're going to get a penalty. So he gets a little high. They call that one. He goes. They do their thing. But boom, they're on the power play.
Halifax is.
Yeah, Halifax is on the power play. And they do. Oh, my goodness, Warren Hill.
What a swipe.
Again, yeah, that was a crazy save. And that's what I mean. He always seems to make the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you're going to have to write to Paul on Instagram to talk about the jerseys. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question, OJ. But if you want a Sweet Yeti jersey, you'll have to write to Paul on Instagram and message. You guys will have to set that up. But
we'll do some talking, Owen. Definitely do some talking.
Yeah. Look at the ball movement, though. When when Halifax scored, I mean, Hill made some beautiful saves, but when Halifax scored, look at how they had to move the ball to beat them. That's crazy. The defense is covering everybody there, and they still just boom, boom, boom. It's not in their stick for more than a second. Halifax is a really good team. Halifax this year is having not the best start, but the last couple of years they've had a phenomenal start, and then they don't seem to make it all the way through. They've lost to, I think, Toronto in the first round the last 2 seasons. But I mean,
Yep.
Toronto's a tough team. It's so hard to make it out of the East. I think the unified standings is really going to make a difference for a team like Halifax.
One thing that I'm looking forward to is when it does start to click, because it's going to click at some point in time,
Well,
is the Albany power play.
yes.
They're scoring all these goals 5-on-5 or man down. They're doing a good job on their man
They get a
down as
lot of
well.
transition.
Yes. But their offense is the same offense that's on 5-on-5, and for whatever reason, they're not getting those points, needed points. Hopefully that run ends here at some point, because these guys are just, my gosh, as far as Cooks, just taking it. It opened up. I'm going to the rack.
I tell you, Ty Kurtz, he has not been showing up a ton on the stats, but he is taking a ton of plays like that where he's drawing the penalty. He might not have scored, but then we shut Tyson Bell down on the power play with the breakaway, and they were nice enough to. Marshall Paulus takes a dumb penalty here. It was behind the play. I didn't see it happen. They didn't have the footage on ESPN Plus. I looked for it, but you can see Coach Clark is like, "What are you doing? Not a
Not
smart
now.
penalty. Yeah, that
Not
was
now.
not good.
Yeah.
Things happen. I mean, it's
It happens.
unfortunate.
Somebody says something at the wrong time, and the mind just does what it does.
Yeah.
Reaction.
Oh, and Dougie came up huge there, though.
Another big save.
Yeah, I mean, Halifax is right there. Boom.
Boom.
Beautiful save. Another one, and he just scoops it up. Look at this right here. Just tic tac. And for a young team and for this young player right here, the way he comes down and just knows when, nope, look at, we're outnumbered here. Let's get the ball out and cycle it around.
Let's get the offensive guys out.
And here's another guy. So Byrne had a phenomenal night. He played awesome. But here he comes, and Young is at the top. And this is somebody, Stamp was really impressed with this, so we made sure we clipped it for him. But he fakes like he's going off, and then he runs up.
Heels off, comes down Barry. Nice save by Warren.
Yeah. Yeah, they were phenomenal. And then Firth right here just runs all the way across. What a goal that was.
Right?
And look at that little hip check right there. That's what I mean is Kurtz does a ton of stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Freeze the hands.
He throws the pass, boom. So he does get the assist there, but that little bump hit, just enough to set him off so Firth can run all the way over. This team is playing phenomenal. And you know, Josh talks about when the and there you are right there. But he talks about when that was a terrible boarding call, but how when the offense isn't quite scoring, the defense seems to step up, and you don't rely on one person. They shut Simmons down, and Albany was still in this game the entire time.
He was, and they did. It's probably 14 shots, 2 goals, 3 assists, 14 shots. But where it comes through is where Patty Castlechuck, is that how you say it? You're muted.
Castchuck.
2 goals. You were talking about it, him pulling it out or not taking it. A little ass cheek there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was Theed.
As far as 2 goals that he could have pulled out, but he took a shot on 2 shots. That's where it makes up for when Alex isn't getting the points, the 5 goals and stuff like that. That's huge.
He had a lot of phenomenal opportunities, though. He really did. And that, he didn't score at everyone, but that was a huge hit. Peterson decided to step in. They beat the defense for them. Is usually their best point, but I mean, there's one of the letdowns, and you can't you're not going to shut this man down.
No.
Yeah, and look at how excited he is. He scores, and he is like, yes. Yeah, he loves it. He plays with a passion for the game. I love watching Halifax. I really do. Their entire team is so fired up. Like it's a very emotional game. They play.
Randy.
Oh, right
Randy's
there,
a big boy.
beautiful goal.
Nice. That was nice too. Right out the box.
Yeah.
Right out the front door. That's a Neil Paulus play right there.
Yeah. No, Shanks had a great game. It was Austin Shanks, but right there, that's a mental mistake. I believe they just beat him on a shot clock violation. They get possession of the ball, and there's a boneheaded play.
That one hurt.
Yeah, and right now they're winning it. I clipped it so that way we could see this stat too. So the loose balls, even Albany was somehow losing the loose balls when at the original in the game. I'm pretty sure they ended up beating them in it. We'll see the stat again later. But again, I think it's partially the way it goes, but Albany has a lot of guys that are playing clutch. With a bunch of young men, Clarkey talked about it in the press conference. They play remarkably well poised, and they're all business-like. You can't tell when you look at this team if they're losing by 2 or winning by 2. They're very business-like, and, it shows on the floor.
Greg, 8 different goal scorers for Albany. 8 different goal scorers, not more than 2 goals for any of the Albany players. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a true team offense, right? All the way around.
Yeah.
Team play is huge.
Boom. Colton Armstrong takes a dumb penalty. Paulus runs over, lets him know, hey, thanks, bud.
Yep,
thanks for the power play.
One.
But now it's going to be 5-on-3. And when this power play comes together for Albany, it's hopefully, you'd like to think by the end of the year. They're a young team. You got to let them feel it out. But right here, Simmons, right now, you would expect him to be I would expect him to be so frustrated right now. He just misses on a breakaway.
He had that side. He had the fake high. He should have slammed it right down the hip. It was there.
But look this is the team makes up for it. The
quadruple.
The entire team, they knew when to do it, and they did. And then they come up and they work the ball around. And now Simmons runs in again. But now he's not shooting 100 miles an hour. He fakes, gets him off the post, and then throws it back near side.
Nice.
And he doesn't look like he's been super frustrated. And now all of a sudden it's like a big, oh my goodness, yeah, I finally scored. He's like, okay, that's business as usual.
It's business. Let's get it done.
That should be happening. I should be doing this. Let's go, boys. And that team moving the ball around. Grennan was awesome. Huge fan of watching him. But yeah, great goal. And just that little fake over to the side, sees he's got the inside shot and rips it. Or actually, that one might have been 5-hole. Gets him to step a little bit.
Nice save.
Yeah, Hill made some big saves. This game could have easily been, a better.
Oh, and then we got a little
scuffle. And this is when, Watkinson had enough of Tyson Bell and his shenanigans, and he just grabs a hold of him and he's like, "Cut your stuff, bud."
What? What did I do?
He gets away with a ton of stuff. And then he's like, "Hey, I was getting beat." It's like, did you forget earlier when you put the guy in a headlock? But
yeah, right?
No surprise that Grennan's in the middle of it because that's how he is. But big save there. Or no, that's right. They didn't get it on net, but that's a huge save. And they get the loose ball that matters.
That's no rebound shots. That's huge.
Yeah.
Dougie stepping out solid. Knows where he's got to be. Gets back in.
Yeah, but the defense never allows a clean shot. They still haven't gotten a clean shot on that. And a lot of that is Dougie because he's doing so well. But you see Nardella, he gets Theed so mad. And when you're a defenseman and you get him angry like that, and it's not hard to get Stotts angry, but look at him go over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
But your job as a defenseman is to get that guy angry.
Sure. Get him out of his game plan.
Yeah, this one's a little fuzzy because we were doing a live look in at it, so we got a better look at the goal. But Simmons again, and now he
He stepped
doesn't
down.
think, fake, nothing, just steps and rips it.
Yep. He's got a little bit of screen in the front.
Nice pass. Great job setting up enough time for him to be able to take the pass. You get right here. He just boom gets the pick. It's not even necessarily a big pick, but very fast. You don't give Warren Hill a chance to set up, and he buries it.
Well, he's coming back off the far post and put it right back where he was.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Here's a big play.
Nice save.
That's the bigger thing, the
Big
rebound.
the rebound.
And they get a shot, but Warren Hill makes another save. So, I mean, Warren Hill made some key saves, but Dougie
Nice
with
save by
that quick,
Dougie.
you see, he doesn't hold on to that ball either, though. Catch, flip, boop.
That's a huge aspect is these professional goalies, they know where the rebound for the most part. They know if it's going into the wall or if it's in front of them.
Yeah. No, they do. And here, Jokum lost his stick. I was really impressed with him. He played really well defensively. That 33, he's a relatively new player to the Firewolves. I think he played last week, was his first game.
Okay. Is that the guy they picked up in that trade?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's Walker with it. Or no, that's
Nice look
yeah.
and nice finish. That was very nice.
Yeah, that is a beautiful boom. And really, you
Defense
see,
got caught looking. Defense got caught looking, and you got your feet moving, buried it.
yeah, see, he comes over. He's already, he sets the pick. And right now they switch. Comes back up, and you see now they have to make a choice because Halifax, they didn't communicate this, and it only takes a second where they all of a sudden look at each other and they go, "Uh-oh," and in that
Snap.
second, it's too late.
In that second, you got the word snap.
Yeah, Firth with that was beautiful. Yeah, and the atmosphere there, it was pretty exciting.
3,000, 4,000?
No,
It was lower.
1,500, $2,000.
1,500. Well, again, we had the upstate.
It was bad. It was a very long ride home.
I can imagine. I came up from Onondaga, and we did 45 the entire throughway trip. I was brought Chuck up, and we played at the New Year tournament. Bank City did, and we had a 1-1 game or a 1-1 on the day, and by the time we left there, it was dumping. Throughway was fun. 4-wheel drive is a good thing.
Yeah, that's does not sound like a good time. It took me a while, but luckily we're right on the Northway, and I live on a main road, so it's not bad for me.
Yep.
But here,
Jammer doing jammer behind.
Yeah, if you're not Firth, you're last. I loved when the Times Union guy asked Firth if he knew the guy that brought that sign. That was cool. No, that's one of the local Albany guys. I've seen him there plenty of games, but this is huge right here. So 52 shots. Hill played very well.
Yeah.
Dougie just happened to play. Dougie makes the saves he needs to.
He's got himself in good position. His mind is in good, with listening to his post-game speech. He's, it's a different team than what it was last year. Everything is working right now. He's stepping, he's seeing things. Defense is staying on their man, and they're clearing the ball.
Yeah.
And getting rebounds.
That's huge. Right here, this is one of their, they get 3 in a row. This next loose ball is impressive. Paulus has the shot clock's winding down. Huge save, Hill. Hill played very well. I've always I'm one of the guys that has always said maybe Hill's what's holding, this team back, but I don't think so. I think he played good enough. If they could have got a few more goals, if their offense was able to get by Dougie and in the defense. But I think that really goes credit to the defense. Like, look at that rebound right there, though, by the offense. I mean,
it starts with the ride. You got to make sure your backman's got to be ragging like crazy, and it caused a turnover. Boom, rag.
Yeah, and like that right there, they get the balls that they need to. And then here we're going to have a pick that's a little aggressive.
Happens.
That was Marshall Powell. As you can see, his jersey's tucked up. He's been getting smacked around, and he's like, "Really? You're going to call that?"
Yeah, I've been roughhoused all night long, and that gets called. Come on now. Nice
Yeah.
rebound.
That's
Nice
what I mean.
rebound.
They came up huge with a lot of rebounds. They ate a lot of clock.
Feet
And
are
he'll
moving. That's why, Greg. They're young. Their feet are moving. They're running through. Everybody's got a job to do. Do your job when you're on the floor, and good things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Right here. Boom, big save, Dougie,
Big save,
and
Doug.
Burn, a huge play right there. Gets it up, and now they eat up another 30 seconds.
And you got the lead at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they ate
Time
up
is on
another
your
30
side.
seconds. So now we're going to come down on the last drive, and I tell you, he steps up huge right here. Tchaikovsky, 22, our alternate captain. He is, and he comes flying, but this is huge right here. He doesn't take that shot because you see that guy's stick is actually lined up with him.
Right? Right. Yeah, it was right on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right on. It was a beautiful. I clicked on the wrong thing. Got a little excited, but
Bringing it down.
yeah, I put this in slow mo and we look at it and Stamp talks about it. We're gonna do a quick little break. We got a 5-minute clip from Steven Stamp. We'll introduce him to some of these guys, and we will be right back. Thanks everybody.
Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square
So
Brewery.
joining us this week, we've got Steven Stamp, Stamp Lax. You write for Indoor Lacrosse, and you have been a general box lacrosse commentator for years. Your wealth of knowledge never ceases to amaze me with how well you know where these guys played in juniors and everything. For those people new to the channel, actually, would you mind giving us a quick little where they can find you and the easiest way to find all your info?
Yeah, you can hit me up on Twitter or X at Stamplax. Instagram, I'm Stamplax1234. Didn't really know what I was doing when Instagram started, and just grabbed a really silly handle. Yeah, and go to Inside Lacrosse, IL Indoor, in particular, ilindoor.com. I'm the editor and produce the majority of the content. We got some other great writers with us, but yeah, I produce a ton of content on IL Indoor, and yeah, that's where to follow me. And then you can catch me doing games a lot of places. I love this play. Albany's offense has gotten so much credit this year, and they deserve it. They've been fantastic. I love this play by Mike Byrne, where he picks up this rebound off the shot, bounces around, he picks up, and there's so much pressure on him as Randy Stotts comes to forecheck him, is right on top of him, bangs him into the boards. Austin Shanks comes over, all kinds of pressure there as well. And I love that Byrne doesn't panic. He realizes there's these two guys on me, and you can see he has a quick look up the floor, and realizes there's space. There's nobody else in a white jersey coming in and filling in that space, because there's the two, Shanks and Stotts already up. It's mostly black jerseys, and he just kind of dumps the ball out there where it can be picked up by his teammate. That lets Albany, with that 1-goal lead and just a minute 3 to play as it's picked up. So a minute 5 or so as he throws this pass, pick it up, go over center, and kill 30 seconds. Have the chance to kill the shot clock, which is huge. And I love how calm and poised all of these guys are. Mike Burns, a relative veteran, but you've got guys like, we're going to see some things from some of the other players that I think are just really good signs that this defense is ready to take their share of the load, even more so maybe than they've been doing already.
Absolutely. And that being said, so he throws it up and he gets it to Kaschuk, and we've talked about it before. I mean, he is just so smart in transition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just steps across center, heads over towards the bench. Obviously, in a lot of cases, you're heading away from the bench, but he saw, that they've got the change coming. He's got clear space. He's not going to get trapped if he goes over towards the bench, because there's room for him, and he can make a pass to a teammate, and it's huge. And then Tchaikovsky follows that up in the final clip we got by picking off this pass. And here's another, just such a headsy play. Now, this is one of your alternate captains. This is a veteran player in Nick Tchaikovsky, but it can be so enticing. You've seen guys get drawn, get sucked in by that open net and just think, I've just got to get the shot off. I've got to get the shot off. And he makes very sure he's not going to, because the player, the defender, the player running back to defend the net is in pretty good position to possibly block it or at least be prepared to try something. And Tchaikovsky managed to get him twisted around. There's very little risk when he puts that ball in of missing, because there's still enough time that there could have been a bit of an issue. So that, I think those two plays and some of the cast chalk plays that we've talked about, with him pulling it, just heads up plays by young players or burgeoning veterans that are really critical to why Albany is such a competitive team, why they're 5-0 right now. And sure, the scoring is great. And, Simmons, Kirks, Palace, the whole gang up front, Walker, they've been fantastic, but the defense is doing a huge share of the lifting. And, that's big because they've given up 10 goals exactly in 4 of their 5 games. I talked about this on IL Indoor this week, that, 10 goals a game that you allow, you should be winning most of those games. And they've won all 4 of those. When they gave up 13, they had to go a little further offensively to get the win as well.
All right, so
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, Stamp. If you're watching this on Yeti Talks, make sure you click on the video afterwards. That'll bring you right to this interview where we have a more in-depth discussion of this game. And hopefully we can do this every week where we kind of pick a game. And what a great game this ended up. Every week there's been these games. It's been crazy.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that the game, you hope that the game you pick, because we picked this one, like we thought this was going to be exciting and looked like a really, really interesting game, and it worked out. But there's multiple games. It's hard when there's 3 games at the same time and you can't see all of them.
So it's awesome. Thank you. Really
At
appreciate
all,
you
or
taking the time.
You betcha.
Yes, we will definitely talk about the Buffalo one, Paul. We're back in live. I hope I gave you enough heads up there. But yeah, let's
did.
talk
My
about
bad.
that Buffalo game.
Well, it's still on my TV. That's why I was just curious. I looked over and they're still rolling. I've been watching the replay, and I'm fired up with the Bandits. They're 2-2 on the year now. They took care of last year's champs relatively easy. It was Matty Vince is definitely he's found his mojo again. He was as hot as I could think that he could be.
Yeah. No, when you look at 57 shots on goal, so he had 49 saves.
49 saves.
Yeah, that's huge. Matty Vince, that's a big night, and you're talking against some of the best shooters in the league right now.
Yeah. Dylan Ward, he was up to the task as well. Some awesome outlet passes. Pinpoint money passes, but that's definitely an older team. Just the way they're running, they got a lot of miles on them with all these playoff games that these guys have played over the course of these past years. There's definitely a lot of tread worn off those tires.
Well, you have a lot of guys that play deep into the summer too. But I tell you, Josh Byrne doing what Josh Byrne does, and he scores. And it's nice to see him back and playing good. Macaulay, big night for them. I heard them talking about it, and he finally, the guys seem to be coming back into the swing of things.
As far as Dane, he definitely got a couple real nice goals, 5 assists. He only had 9 shots on the night. That's some of the they're finding their own as well. But no question, Josh. 17 shots, 3 goals, 4 assists. He's on it.
No, he's looking
he
good.
Flies.
Dane,
he comes through and he just flies.
Dane being able to get on the board again is huge. He has not been, yes, he's been a great player and he's leading up there in assist and all that, but him not scoring has definitely, they need that.
It hurt last week. There's no question that hurt last week against the Storm. In regards to, they regrouped. Fraser's coming through, putting his quality time in, getting the quality goals, and making up. Who I was number 2 there, Carrier, not Carrier.
Luce.
He's the one that I'm surprised isn't. With all the back, with all the lacrosse that he has in the box, I thought for sure he would be stepping up this year big time. He's
Yeah.
got to step up. It's time for him to get involved with these games. But yeah, a lot of good things.
Well, I mean,
Face-offs. Colorado destroyed them on the face-offs. That was interesting to see that they're winning the face-offs and they're losing big time.
well, a
You're
six
getting
goal.
those extra shots.
Look at, everybody says it's a game of ebbs and flows, and when you look at this game, a 6-goal run from Buffalo to start it off, and then the best Colorado could do was a 3-goal run, and it's that simple. If you can't match their run, and you can't keep chipping away, and I mean McCauley, that's what I mean. He stepped up at the right time. Dane Smith, they scored when they needed to,
They
and
did.
and then Colorado, I never felt like Colorado was back in this game.
They
looking at
never,
this.
from what I've been watching all day this evening and everything, they got it close. At one point, I think it was did it 7-6, if I'm not mistaken, right around there, or 9-7, right around there. They got it close, but then Buffalo just, Matty Vince, he had some stellar saves, big saves.
Yeah. According to this, I think the closest it got was 11-8.
11-8.
Yeah, so 4 goals. They brought it to within 4 with 6 minutes left, and they probably could have. I mean, they definitely could, but not with the way Vince was playing. If he's making saves like that,
Yeah, and again, like we were saying, I just said Frazier, he got his 100th career goal. These are guys that are starting to get some footing underneath them, some NLL great experience. Dane Smith, 800 ground balls for his career. A lot of good stuff going on in Buffalo still. Nanatoke is doing Nanatoke stuff. He's coming through. He's throwing the hard picks. And, he gets a goal. They're dividing things up kind of similar to Albany as far as guys. Their main guys are getting the shots. Josh got his 17 shots.
Nanticoke had 2 goals.
2 goals.
Yeah.
2 goals, 5 shots. My bad. If I could only read my writing, we'd be all right.
So, I mean, 20%, though. Anytime you got a guy shooting 20%, that's good.
It's money. Yeah.
No, but look at, Ian McKay, the 11 loose ball pickups. It's those little things that, Buffalo has a good enough defense that it's like Albany. As long as their offense can get them 8-9 goals, the transition will get 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then they can usually, if you could hold a team to 10 goals, then you really hope your offense and your transition can get you, they can make up the rest of it for you.
And it's huge that Dane, as long as Dane's continuing to get his assists, obviously you got an assist, that means there's a goal scored. So as long as he's staying healthy, that right side is pretty, it's a hell of a right side.
Pretty lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you throw Josh on that left side. That guy's a pterodactyl. He just launches and is just waiting for that goalie to take his step. And then when he has his step, boom. But he had a couple beautiful BTBs, and he's coming across flying. And then all of a sudden, you think he's throwing a regular shot, and it's behind the back, around the world type of thing. And it's like the talent on these guys is incredible.
That's one of the things that Marshall Powell does so well is he does not telegraph that at all.
Yes.
Like when that comes out, that is just a beautiful. Yeah, he's so good at that, and that's like you said. So many of these guys are. Dane makes up for so much. Like, yeah, he might not be getting the most goals, but he is such a part of the offense. He really is like the quarterback of the offense, though. He's got to be leading with assists still, I would imagine, after a 5 assist night. I don't think anybody surpassed him. And 5 loose balls. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, shots wise, he only had 9 shots. So, he in years past, what's that? Usually 15, 16 shots. So they are dishing the ball around. There's a lot of assists going around, which is good.
Oh yeah, no, there is. It's definitely, yeah, they're spreading it out, and I think that's what every team needs. You can't rely on 1 or 2 guys, because then if somebody gets hurt, you're done.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no question. What are you gonna do? This is the game, man. The one that you got up on the board right there. Tell me that's not the interesting one.
Woo!
Where did all of a sudden New York come from?
I tell you, their defense and Jeff Teat. Straight up, Jeff Teat had 5 goals. And you look at the difference in this game. what is there? There's a 7-goal difference. So there's 2 other ones. But honestly, like that shows too. Yes, it's huge that T came up big and T's playing great, but the team played good. Their defense kept the Wings down to 9. They kept them out of double digits. That's huge for New York's defense. And I tell you, they didn't play that bad against Toronto. You could see it coming. You could see, the sparks. You were like, okay, they have their moments here. It's going to happen.
It's going to take off. It's going to ignite. Dunkerley looked like he had a solid game as well. So that's a huge thing. You were saying defense. Defense, the general is in the net. Boom. Big goal. Nice shot. Right over the top. Pulled him off the pipe just a little bit and let it rip. Did you mute yourself again? You muted yourself.
I'm sorry,
again.
I did. I was drinking my tea. I didn't want to drink it on the on there, but yeah.
I didn't know if he was waiting for me to say something, or I'm like, all right, wait, he's muted.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Boom.
there's a big hit from behind. No
Yeah.
call.
That's on.
Now, why is that? I don't see a call being called. That's a buried from
No,
behind. There's no
call it.
call there.
They call it.
Did they get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He even said he pats him on the back after, but that's Ron John, who plays for Tuscarora, and he had a phenomenal game.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I love watching him. He played great. He scooped up 7 loose balls. He had the goal, and he you'll see there's a few other big plays like right there, drawing the penalty.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of a bonehead penalty right there. You just buried somebody.
Yeah, not good.
No.
No, but their power play, they were amazing. I think they were 5 for 6. Philadelphia's defense definitely not looking good, but right here, this is what I mean. Look at them; they come up with the ball. So this is already their second shot clock. All right,
another
Let
rebound.
them pick the ball up again in the corner. Another reset. Working around. Another reset, basically. Yeah, no, it was their power play looked amazing. And when needed, their defense stepped up. They didn't allow the shorthanded goal, I don't think. They might have allowed one, but I don't think they did. I'll have to look that up.
It's not to say surprisingly, as far as Blaze has been out a while, but you think with Blaze coming back that would have amped up the Philadelphia after a big win last week.
Yeah, look at this pass from Teat. So they get the ball out of the corner. Whoa, little behind the back flip from T over to Riley O'Connor, and he buries
That's nice.
Yeah. He was a former Firewolf, and he had 4 assists. He had a goal.
Connor.
He took 2 shots. Yeah, he had 2 shots on goal. So I found out that's not their total shots. For whatever reason, they don't list their total shots. They only list their shots that hit the net. So I don't have accurate percentages.
Gotcha.
So I'm probably going to stop with them. But yeah, coming off the in New York, they just got off beautifully. Oh,
doesn't hurt when things are clicking. Doesn't hurt when things are clicking. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, that's Kiernan. I tell you, that Matisse that plays for the Riptide, he's really looked good.
I was going to say that's a hold.
Yeah, they've done a really good job putting the pieces together. So TV time out there, but yeah, they were 5 for 6. Super
5 for 6 on the nice shot from the outside.
So that's a shorthanded goal. I thought they did give one up. Yeah, that was a beautiful rip from the outside. They come down, they get one. Boom. They get the rebound off the end boards. And that's so hard. He's down from the first save. Yeah, Higgins goes down, makes the first save. Boom, into the middle, and buries it. That was a nice goal.
That was a lot of net showing there, too, though. He was definitely exposed a lot of black net.
Well, he was down. That's the problem with that drop-down style. And then the shot misses the net. Now you're way out of position. You can't control the rebound at all. And you know it's coming off the end boards and coming back.
It's coming back at you quick.
New York gets too many men penalties. So, I mean, that's got to be a little frustrating.
Guys are a little too quick.
One results in a power play.
Nice shot.
Yes, that was a very nice shot. So there is actually, I tell you, the Clark family had a good weekend. That was Mitch Jones, big save Higgins. And here's why the Clark family had a great weekend, because there's Taggart Clark, who steps down, and that's his first goal of the night, and he gets a hat trick.
Nice. Nice. He got a heady on the night.
Yeah. This is,
Good for him.
this is where he says, did Philly get exposed as pretenders? I don't think Philly's going, but I think Blaze was, I don't know. They needed more offense. They weren't terrible, but they
Oh,
needed,
what a play.
yeah, that was
Sorry about
beautiful.
interrupting. That was a great dive from behind. Fake the pass, gets it back. Boop.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
A little Blaine Stotler.
Air Blaine.
Air Blaine right there, baby. Air
And there's
Blaine
T.
looked good down. There's another one. He looked good down in. The boys look good down in Onondaga.
Nice. Everybody got a nice run in.
Got a good run in. As far as it was good to get some rust off. We got some eyes on some new people. Looking good.
Yeah. And Wild, when he scored here, so this makes it a 3-goal game. And then Madronic gets another one at the end of the quarter. But credit to New York's defense, though, because they held, Philly to 2 goals in the second quarter.
Really nice save.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Dunkerley played good. The defense played good, and when they did have their momentary lapses, as every team will, you can't be perfect all the time. Dunkerley was able to come up, and he made the saves he needed to make.
Nice cross field. Got the goalie off the pipe. Put it back to where he came from.
Yeah, that's Madronic, and then Blaze is going to score the next one.
Blaze said, "Give me the ball, boys. I need this." Gets a nice pick.
Boom. Sets the pick.
Feeds
Goes
the
down.
middle. Right down the gullet.
And I love that. He always just jumps into the glass afterwards. That's so cool too for the fans. They love it. Even when you're somewhere else, it's cool for the everybody to see.
Like the guy that has your boot up on the windowsill there, and all of a sudden it's in your lap or on the floor.
Yeah. But man, this FT is back, and I think not having to do it all helps so much.
Nice save. Getting to the middle, takes a look, backside, nice save, goalie. Blaze got robbed.
Yeah, no, Dunkerley played really well.
That was a huge save right there.
Yeah.
Moving the ball around.
Here comes another
Back to
big tee. Whoop. And a twister
Nice
from way out. That is such
twister
an
from the
impressive shot.
backside. Pull the goalie. You get the goalie up, it opens up so much room.
Yeah. Oh, I think it went back farther than I wanted to. Hold on. Yeah, so this was a delayed penalty.
Boom.
Boom. Big rip. That's holding Catoni. And right here, it's like, okay, Philly, if you're going to make us, if you're going to come back, and it really was a good game. It didn't ever seem like it got out of touch until towards the end of it.
Right. Is that where you start to think about getting a goalie? Well, New York obviously went on a pretty good run here.
Well, it makes you
think
wonder.
they
So, who did they have as a backup goalie that the Wings did not want to put him in? So they had Deacon Knott, and obviously they did not want to put Deacon Knott in.
Not.
No, but I mean, a lot of that too is I think the Philly defense was a lot of the problem though. You see these guys are getting good shots. Most of the goals have been good opportunities.
Nice shot there. Gets it one closer. Clarkie, was that his second or is that his third?
I believe that's the second.
That's the second.
Yeah. He gets his hat trick before the end of the quarter though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Philly comes out running to the middle. Nice save.
Dunkerley though, but that's right there. They're winning the rebounds. Defensively, they're playing great. And watch this transition. Whoop.
Simple pick, got a shot, rebound, goal.
Yeah. Beautiful job by New York. controlling the rebound. I mean, that's so hard. You can't blame that one on the goalie. You know how that is, Paul. When it bounces off the
That's,
end boards like that, what are you going to do?
there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. Goalie makes another save.
Yeah. I don't know. I could not figure out what he was talking smack about there, or talking to the ref about. Maybe he was just, hey, drive home safe. Bad snowstorm, bud. But here we go. Here's Ron John. Little give and go. Gets in, fakes over, gets the goalie to step, and beats him 5-hole.
That was a nice setup. He
That's a
had the guy on the
Tuscarora
back pipe.
tomahawk right there.
Yep. The goalie knew that there's a guy on the back pipe, so you got to be aware. And he
Yeah,
found that 5-hole. Nice.
it was very
Nice
smooth.
shot.
He looks like he's going to pass it to him, opens his hips right up and everything. And there's the hat trick for Taggart Clark. But it all started down there on defense, and boom.
At this point, the rip is about to set the tide. No question. Nice ripper there over the top.
Yeah, and Josh,
he's coming out quite a bit from his pipes. There's no question there. He steps out.
yeah, and that was a nice play there. But it never really seemed, at this point now, Philadelphia, it was like, okay. If Dunkerley's going to play like this, good luck
Yeah,
trying
you're
to
going to
come
make
back.
those saves. You make those saves, that makes it difficult.
Yeah, when he's playing like that, good luck trying to come back, guys. Says he played good, and the defense really didn't give him that many opportunities. I think I got most of his big
Nice.
saves. Yeah.
Nice move by Teat. Teat keeping his feet moving. Dunkley Rio. Defense does a nice job knocking down. Gets over the top. Dunkley with another save.
And he controls the rebound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dunkley played good. Jeff Teat just, letting everybody know he's back. In case anybody was concerned. I think if anybody did read Stamper's articles, they would know that Stamper, said that they petitioned the league to start in February. They no longer would like the league to start in January. They're going to start in February from now on. Because they are 0-. They've never won a game in December, I don't think.
That's you know what? They push it out as long as you can. And how much was injury? All of these guys are playing in multiple leagues.
Yeah.
Not just some of them. All of them are. And how banged up are they coming in to begin the season? And it takes a little while to get the kinks worked out. Everybody get on the field, and hopefully you're not getting injuries early, like Philadelphia did with Blaze. So you're taking Blaze off the field, not getting that chemistry, and it's huge. Albany's having a great success. Every one of these guys, knock on some wood, is healthy.
Yeah, and I like Josh brings up here. How would we rank the New York teams? He's got Albany at 1, Rochester at 2, Buffalo at 3, and the Riptide at 4. I think we can all agree the Riptide are 4.
I
until further
agree.
notice.
1 and 4 are given, I think. But as far as Rochester's hurting with the goalie concept, your goalie is now gone. That's his 4th concussion. They just went to Buffalo and picked up Buffalo's backup goalie for. I think I read or I was.
I wish they would have given
listening.
Brents the opportunity, but unfortunately, it doesn't sound like they're going to give him that chance.
Not just yet. Got some more learning. You got to get the rubber. As far as Buffalo is a goalie building machine for the most part. Everybody's coming out of Buffalo, aren't they? Where'd Dougie come from? Wasn't he up in the Buffalo area?
Dougie Jameson, he's a Six Nations guy.
Well, it's pretty close to Buffalo.
Okay, we'll go with that. It's pretty close.
It's over the Peace Bridge. You got one bridge in between. You're good.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's a Six Nations guy. He's a bunch of those. And I tell you, that's the Albany Firewolves, so that's where Marshall and Trevor Longboat are from. They're both Six Nations guys. They played for that team in that other tournament. Yeah, I would have to agree. The problem with Rochester at 2 is 100% their goalie situation. Riley Hutchcraft. Is he there? Is he not? He definitely will have the opportunity to prove himself. I'm looking through the transaction wire. I don't see where they picked him up. I might have missed it as I'm trying to just scroll through to find it, but
Not
yeah.
seeing it.
I don't see it on the transaction. But we've been doing this for an hour. We've covered a
The
couple
flyby.
games. It does. It flies
Flyby.
by all the time. I love that we covered this. So I did say at the end of Stamp's video that I was going to hopefully have his video finished tonight. Well, there was way too much editing, and somebody stopped by that I had to hang out with for a little bit because I don't see him that often. So I did not quite get it finished. I got that clip done. I'll have most of it done. I'm just trying to cut the highlights back around to get it lined up with everything. But
Yeah,
Paul,
and you understand. Definitely take a look into Steve Stamp's stuff. He's a great commentator. He's got great insight. We got to get him down to the igloo this year and have him do the games where I
yeah.
can listen and maybe pick up a couple more pointers. How was Mike doing? Mike was rocking the microphone down in Albany this past weekend.
Oh, it was good. When you watch the game, you can actually hear Josh. Like I
Oh, can
swear,
you?
I forgot about that part. You can hear Josh on the microphone watching the game. Like when he starts his any of his chants, empty. At one point, you hear him, "Empty net, empty net." Net's still empty, and I'm dying because I know what he's saying, and maybe that's why I hear it, and you can just hear the crowd noise. But I
Right?
tell you, I think I could hear Josh on the broadcast. I was pretty impressed.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to Albany. Let's go for 6-0 now, boys. Congratulations to Buffalo. Congratulations to the Riptide. And, let's see what Rochester comes back with this week.
We have a very busy weekend coming up. Toronto and Halifax. I'll just show the games coming up real quick
Yep.
because we got to make sure we have that. I'll put the full schedule up. Makes it a little bigger, a little nicer to see. But so huge game as far as Halifax is off to a rough start. We're gonna look at the standings afterwards, but Halifax is definitely. They need to start getting wins. I don't know if they're going to get a win against Toronto. I would definitely have to edge on to Toronto, but Halifax is very capable of winning.
Is that the game that's up in Montreal?
Yes.
It is.
Or
Okay.
no, this says Scotiabank Center. Is that Montreal? I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not.
We should know
No.
that, but the
We'll get.
yeah. So we've got the San Diego taking on the Desert Dogs. I know Paul will be watching that game, or at least
I'll
parts
be
of it.
watching that game. I'll be watching that game.
I tell you,
But Josh asked, well, who's 1, who's 2, who's 3, who's 4? Well, here's 2 and 3 playing this weekend. The answer is going to be answered.
Yeah.
Question's going to be answered.
There's going to be a lot answered here, and I cannot wait for this game. I think Albany and Georgia is a huge game. This is going to be a big test for the boys. I'd like to think that their defense can shut them down. Shane Jackson, though, I mean, he's been on a tear. I did not watch the Georgia game yet. I'm hopefully going to watch it tonight. And when me and Owen talk about, sometime this week, because unfortunately his team didn't play, but me and Owen love talking lacrosse, so maybe we'll clip some highlights and talk. I would like to say New York continues to win, though, and I think New York's going to beat Panther City. I would definitely like to say the Firewolves are going to beat Georgia. Yeah, and then San Diego's got a doubleheader this weekend. Ooh. So they're playing Friday, and then they got to be Saturday, I believe, right? Yeah, Saturday they have to be in Colorado. And Calgary's playing in Vancouver.
Calgary's playing in Vancouver. It's a big week. Everybody's playing. Everybody's playing, are they not? Yeah, that was everybody.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend.
It's going to be a busy week. I'll definitely be catching a little bit of the Vegas game. Definitely going to watch that. But Buffalo, Rochester. That's going to be a great game.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game to watch. I don't know what game me and Stamp are covering next week, but definitely stay tuned for that. I'll try to get the a clip of it again on there like we did this week. And as usual, Paul Noecker, thank you so much. It's been a blast. I love talking about the Firewolves as we continue to follow them all year long. I don't think there's there won't be a week other than when they have a bye that they don't have a good game. Stamp, kind of broke my heart a little. He said he didn't think they were going to have an 18 win season, but I could understand.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Records are meant to be broke.
Yeah.
Records are meant to be broke.
Maybe
There's
we'll
a reason
throw
for them.
a watch party together this weekend. I keep saying I'm going to. One of these days I actually will. Time gets
It's
away
tough.
from me, by the way.
Life is a crazy thing, is it not, Beecher?
It is. All
It's
right. Well,
crazy.
we've said that we're going to say goodbye. 5
We're
minutes
saying
already.
goodbye. I'm going to say, people, thank you very much, Craig Beach. Thank you for what you do. You're doing a great job, and thank you for getting the word of lacrosse out to more people the way you do. Love getting the backstage interviews. That's incredible. Awesome job. Keep it going, brother. And Yeti Nation next week.
Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house? Contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody fights alone. Eric Kiefer, LUTCF, your local representative. George Kaler, Sales and Service. Liberty Affordable Housing. Rome Sign and Display Company. Nice Scoba. The men and women in blue, thank you for what you do. Robert Dix Insurance Agency. Contact Bobby Dix. Tri-City Lacrosse. 40 years of summer fun. Master Vito Hyundai. Contact the sales force. CRM Rental Management. The Clinton Tractor and Implement Company. Contact the Caledona family. Hello, Yeti Nation. Get down to the Bag Square Brewing Company, downtown Utica. Fay Farms, where's the beef at? Contact Jimmy Fay. Family Landscaping, make your neighbors green with envy. Contact Russ. The Black River Ale House, where the Romans go. Dura Products, who's got the pipe? Jimmy Fay's got the pipe. Contact Jimmy Fay for irrigation, drainage, pool, and spa. You building a new house? Contact Jimmy Fay. He's got your stuff. The B-Dry system. Your basement's wet? Get a hold of B-Dry. Believe in 271. Nobody